All your life, you've been told to run from pain, to escape it, to hide it behind distractions and noise. The world teaches you that comfort is safety, that happiness lives only where pain does not exist. But the Stoics, they saw life differently. They didn't fear pain, they studied it. They treated it as a teacher, not a curse. Because they understood a truth that most people spend their whole lives avoiding. Pain reveals what comfort hides. In comfort, we learn nothing. Comfort keeps us asleep, soft, untested, unaware of what we're truly capable of. But pain wakes you up. It shakes the illusions out of your hands and forces you to see life as it really is. When something hurts, you finally pay attention. When life breaks you open, you finally meet yourself. Think about the people you admire, the calm, strong, unshakable ones. None of them were built in comfort. Every one of them walked through something that should have destroyed them, and somehow it built them instead. They didn't find strength in safety, they found it in struggle. They didn't pray for the storm to pass, they learned how to stand still in the rain. Pain, when faced with courage, becomes a mirror. It shows you your limits and then quietly asks, will you stay here? The Stoics believed that every hardship is an invitation, an opportunity to test your principles, to prove that wisdom is more than words. They taught that suffering is not what breaks us, it's how we resist it that does. So, what if pain isn't your enemy? What if every time you run from it, you're running from the very thing that could make you whole? The Stoic doesn't escape pain, he turns toward it, not because he enjoys it, but because he knows there's gold hidden beneath the fire. And that's what this journey is about, to see pain not as punishment, but as preparation, to stop asking, why me? And start asking, what is this teaching me? Because when you stop running from pain, you stop running from growth. Today, we uncover the Stoic rule that transforms pain from an enemy into your greatest ally. Part 1. Understanding pain. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, if you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment. At first, that line seems almost impossible. How can pain not come from the event itself? How can suffering be a choice? But the more you sit with his words, the more you begin to see their quiet truth. Pain itself is neutral. It's a signal, not a sentence. It's the mind that adds story. The mind that says this shouldn't have happened to me. This is unfair. I can't bear this. And it's that story, not the event, that truly hurts. Two people can experience the same loss, the same betrayal, the same failure, and yet one collapses while the other grows stronger. The event is identical, the reaction is not. What separates them is perception, how they see the pain. The Stoic understood that life will not ask for your permission to hurt you, but it will always give you the choice of how to respond. The Stoic does not say, why is this happening to me? Because that question has no power. Instead, he asks, what does this moment demand from me? That question transforms pain into purpose. It turns chaos into direction. Seneca wrote that suffering becomes unbearable only when we believe it has no meaning. So meaning becomes the medicine. When you decide that pain exists to teach, to test, to strengthen, it loses its poison. It becomes fuel. It becomes clarity. Look at your own life. The moments that shaped you the most were never the easy ones. They were the moments when you thought you couldn't go on, but did. When you were broken, yet somehow began to rebuild. Pain was never the enemy. It was the sculptor carving away everything that was not you. To understand pain is to understand control, not over the world, but over your mind. The event may be out of your hands, but the meaning you give it is entirely yours. And once you claim that power, pain can no longer defeat you. It can only refine you. That is the first Stoic truth. Pain is not there to destroy you. It's there to reveal you. Part 2. The Stoic rule. The Stoic rule is simple, but life-changing. Don't ask for lighter burdens, ask for stronger shoulders. Most people pray for the storm to end. The Stoic prays for the courage to stand through it, because strength and struggle are twins. One cannot exist without the other. You can't build resilience in comfort, just as a sword isn't forged in calm waters. Every hardship, every challenge, every heartbreak, it's resistance training for your soul. Epictetus understood this better than anyone. He was born a slave, stripped of freedom, mocked, beaten, and dismissed as nothing. He owned nothing but his thoughts, and yet that became his kingdom. When asked how he survived a life of suffering, he said, no man is free who is not master of himself. He couldn't control what the world did to him, but he could control what he did with it. That's the essence of Stoicism, not the absence of pain, but mastery over reaction. He realized that even in chains, he could be free, because freedom is not a condition, it's a state of mind. And that's what this rule teaches you. Don't waste your life wishing the weight was lighter. Train until the weight no longer breaks you. Don't hope the world will change. Grow until it no longer controls you. Every trial you face is a silent question from life. How strong are you willing to become? Pain is not a wall blocking your path. It's a mirror reflecting your truth. It shows you where you are still weak, still impatient, still reactive. It points to the parts of you that need work, the parts still ruled by fear or pride or anger. And when you face that mirror with honesty, you realize that pain was never your punishment. It was your practice. The Stoic doesn't chase comfort, he chases character, because he knows that the burden you carry is shaping the person you're becoming. So the next time life feels heavy, remember this rule: don't beg for a lighter load, build stronger shoulders. That is the Stoic path, not to escape pain, but to evolve through it. Part 3. Lessons from the Stoics. Marcus Aurelius faced war, betrayal, and death every single day. Yet in the middle of that chaos, he found clarity. He didn't escape the storms of life. He wrote within them. And in one of his most powerful reflections, he said, "What stands in the way becomes the way." It's a reminder that your obstacles aren't interruptions to your journey. They are your journey. The challenge standing before you isn't blocking your path. It is your path. Every difficulty, every setback, every heartbreak, they are not detours, they are directions. The obstacle is the doorway to the strength you've been avoiding. Seneca understood this too. He was exiled, stripped of power, and left with nothing but his thoughts. But instead of collapsing, he turned inward. He realized that the mind, once trained, can't be imprisoned. And from his solitude came one of his most timeless truths. A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials. Pain, to Seneca, wasn't a curse. It was a craftsman. It shapes you, refines you, and exposes what you truly are. Without friction, the gem remains dull. Without adversity, the soul remains soft. And then there was Epictetus, born a slave, crippled for life, mocked by those above him. Yet somehow he found peace. How? Through discipline and understanding. He said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." Think about that. Most of your suffering doesn't come from what happens. It comes from what your mind tells you might happen. Fear, worry, and anxiety. These are self-created prisons, and the Stoic refuses to live inside them. He focuses not on what he cannot control, but on what he can. His attitude, his choices, his response. These men weren't born extraordinary. They were broken, humbled, and tested, just like you. What made them great wasn't luck, but the decision to turn pain into power, to see meaning where others only saw misery. That's the real Stoic lesson. Your suffering is raw material. You can waste it, or you can work with it. You can run from it, or rise through it. Marcus, Seneca, and Epictetus all chose the same path, and so can you. Transform pain into self-mastery. That is how you walk the Stoic way. Part 4. Turning pain into power. The next time life hurts, stop. Don't rush to escape it. Don't bury it beneath distractions, noise, or forced positivity. Just sit with it, feel it, let it breathe. Because pain has a voice, and it's trying to tell you something. Most people run from pain because they believe it's the enemy. But the Stoics understood pain is a messenger. It arrives uninvited, but it brings wisdom no comfort ever could. So when life cuts deep, ask softly, what is this trying to teach me? Maybe the pain is teaching patience, reminding you that growth cannot be rushed. Maybe it's teaching gratitude, showing you what truly matters after everything else fades. Or maybe it's teaching strength, proving that even when you feel empty, you still rise. You've survived every storm you thought would break you. Every night you thought would never end, ended. And yet here you are, stronger, quieter, wiser. That's what pain does when you allow it to pass through you instead of fighting against it. Pain isn't punishment, it's preparation. It forges resilience in the fire of reality. Each trial you face carves depth into your character. Each scar tells a story of endurance, and each moment of suffering refines the edges of your soul. The Stoic doesn't seek pain, but when it arrives, he meets it with respect. He understands that strength without struggle is illusion, that wisdom without wounds is shallow, that peace without pressure is fragile. You see, pain will do one of two things. It will destroy you or define you. The difference lies in how you respond. If you resist it, it will consume you. But if you embrace it, it will construct you. Every scar becomes proof that the wound has healed. Not signs of weakness, but symbols of survival. Scars don't say, "I was hurt." They whisper, "I endured." So when life tests you again, and it will, don't curse the pain. Thank it, because it's shaping something in you that comfort never could. This is how the Stoic turns pain into power, by refusing to let it end him, and choosing instead to let it elevate him. Outro. So remember this rule. Pain is not punishment, it's preparation. Every hardship you've endured, every night you thought would never end, every loss that hollowed you out, none of it was meaningless. Life wasn't trying to destroy you, it was refining you. Every wound, every disappointment, Every heartbreak was shaping your spirit into something unshakable. The Stoics believed that the universe is not cruel, it's corrective. It sends challenges not to break you, but to bring you back to yourself. And when you finally stop resisting what's hard, you begin to see the beauty hidden within it. That's why pain must never be wasted. When you treat your suffering as a teacher, it becomes sacred. It teaches patience when you want control. It teaches humility when you want pride. It teaches faith when you want answers. And most of all, it teaches strength when you feel weakest. You are not suffering for nothing. You are being shaped for something. The lessons you are learning in the dark will one day become the light for someone else. And when that moment comes, you'll realize that the pain you hated became the purpose you needed. This is what the Stoics lived by: to accept life as it is, to rise above what can't be changed, and to walk through every trial with quiet courage. Their wisdom still echoes across centuries because truth doesn't age, it endures. So if you're hurting right now, breathe. This moment is not the end, it's the forge. Let the fire strengthen you, let the silence teach you, and let time reveal what this pain was preparing you for. Because one day you'll look back and understand everything that tried to break you was actually building you. You just couldn't see it yet. This is the Stoic way: to suffer with purpose, to rise with grace, to live with calm strength when the world shakes around you. And if this message found you at the right time, if it spoke to something deep inside you, then subscribe to the Stoic Way Journal. Join a community built on timeless lessons, quiet resilience, and the courage to become unshakable.